Alright, Shalom Yasharallah. Before we get started, we're going to give all praises, all honor, and our glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakahak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone, the teaching were well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. And we're back out in the highways and hedges, preaching the gospel of the kingdom to the Hebrew Israelites, for the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and those who are scattered abroad. They look like the other nations, but are in fact Israelites. All right, and this week's title, all right, this week's title of the ministry, all right, is the hour of temptation. All right, because that's a major prophecy going to come to pass very, real soon, man. You got a lot of these Hebrew Israelites out here who are playing around, with the words of the Lord, man. All right, and shalom to all you brothers coming in. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat to you in your households. All right, so the hour of temptation is coming closer and closer and closer, man. All right, and we know what the hour of temptation is. You should know by now, but if you're new, all right, the hour of temptation is when Esau, Edom, the so-called white man who has control over the whole world. All right, that's when he's going to implement the mark of the beast, which is in Revelation 13, 16 through 18. All right. Revelation chapter 13, verses 16 through 18, man. All right, which is a RFID chip, which is a micro, like a grain of rice. All right, and that's what's about to come to the whole world, because it's gonna be a global thing. It's not gonna just be in America. All right, it's gonna be worldwide. All right, tells you, and those who keep that roughly paraphrasing, we'll get it eventually. All right, because we're gonna read it, But a lot of things are going to happen before, that it leads up to that. And we see it in the news. They talking about this new, this UN pact for the future. All right, you saying, what's this? Mass shootings happening. All right, presidents getting shot at. Presidential candidates getting shot at. Trump getting assassinated. There was a shooting at one of the what's her name? What's that woman's name? Kamala Harris. All right, they shot at one of her campaign offices. Right, and the brother put it up the water. Revelation 3 and 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. What's the hour of temptation? All right, when they implement the mark of the beast, man. All right, the RFID chip, which shall come upon all the world. When you go to the word world, all right, in the Greek it's oikomene. All right, meaning the whole entire earth. Okay, and it says to try them that dwell upon the earth. Is going to be trying people, man. It's going to be a time of great testing. And the LT it says the time of great testing is going to come. All right, and that's what we're anticipating. That's what we're looking out for. All right, and that's what we ourselves hoping that we're of the elect. The Lord keeps us from that. All right, the brother got Psalms 119 and 110. The wicked have laid a snare for me, yet Salaki. It says, yet I err not from thy precepts. Right, and we keep these precepts to the best of our ability, man. All right, the wicked, Esau, Edom, they lay a snare, man. All right, they lay a snare for our people. They're in a snare. All right. For these people of the world, but for us who are in this knowledge and this truth, all right, we see it, man. The Lord has given us the spiritual eye salve, all right, to see and see what's going on, man, spiritually, right? So let's actually let's open up. I'm gonna start with this. We don't get the events are gonna lead up to the hour of temptation, right? Let's get Jeremiah. All right. Matter of fact, before we get that, let's get Proverbs. I'm going to Proverbs real fast and grab something. This is Proverbs, 1 second. How'd that go? I think it's, is it 23? Or maybe 22. Yeah. Proverbs 22 and in verse 3, it says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple, right, pass on and are punished, right? And these people are here right now are simple, all right? It says a prudent man. What does prudent mean? All right, someone who's who's always looking. If the brother can put that up, the meaning of prudent, all right? It says a prudent man foreseeth the evil. So we're seeing what's coming, man. We're being prudent right now. We're being watchmen, right? And hideth himself. How are we hiding ourselves? We're hiding ourselves under the wings of, all right, the what you want to call it, the spirit, the hedge of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. It says, and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Right, the simple, they don't care for these words, man. Right, they hear it, and we talking nonsense. right? They think we're crazy, but in the times to come, they will find out. No, they will find out in soon to come, man. Because getting closer and closer and closer. All right, we've been telling people about it, right? So they have no excuse, brother. Put the water. Prudent. It says adjective, acting with or showing care and thought for the futures. You see? So we're showing care and having thought for what's coming, man. All right, the water, brother. All right. Now let's get Jeremiah 30. Okay. This is Jeremiah 30 and verse 1. It says, the word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, thus speak of the Lord, God of Israel, saying, write thee all the words that I have spoken unto thee in the book. It says, for lo, the days come, saith the Lord, whose name is Yahweh. All right, the Lord's name is Yahweh. The Son's name is Yahweh Shai, man. All right, it's not God, not Yahweh, not Yah, not Yahuwah. All right, not Jehovah, not Ahiah. The Lord's name is Yahweh. All right, the Son's name is Yahweh Shai, man. All right, it says, for lo, the days come, said the Lord, that I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel, right? And Judah, saith the Lord, and I will cause them to return to the land that I gave to their fathers. They shall possess it, right? The Lord's eventually going to return us to our, the land that we're, originally came from, which is what? The land of Israel, right? Verse 4, and these are the words that the Lord, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned to paleness? So the Lord is asking, why do men give birth to children, right? And we know he doesn't. We know men don't give birth to children, right? He says, wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, like a woman in her labor pains, screaming out, crying, right? That's how the Lord sees these men up to date when the time of trouble comes, right? It says, wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Verse 7, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. It's even the time of Jacob's trouble, man. All right, the time of like a time no other. All right, like it tells you in Daniel 12 and 1 and Matthew 24, right? It's like a time no other coming upon the earth, man. You see, it says, alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Who's the he? The he is the elect. All right, we're praying and hoping that we're of that number. The he are the ones who are going to make it out of this, this great time of trouble, man. All right, and everybody else is going to be what? They're going to be taken. They're going to be dying from the sword, dying of famine, all right? Dying of, other things, man. You see? Let's get Jeremiah 15. Jeremiah, 15 and verse 1, it says, then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind cannot be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as are for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity. You see, so the Lord's going to allow these things to happen. He's going to allow these things to play out on these people, man, especially on the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, man. You see. So now let's go to Daniel, all right, and get that in Daniel 12 and 1. This Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1, it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone shall be found written in the book. You see? That time is what? Jacob's trouble, man. You see? A time of trouble like no other. All those recent events that happened in the past, World War II, World War I, all right, the bubonic plague, what else? hell, slavery, right? That happened to our people. All right, a time like no other is gonna exceed all of that, man. Exceed all those events that happen in time. All these wars, right? Brother got Zechariah 11:7, and I will feed the flock of slaughter, even you, O poor of the flock. And I took unto me 2 staves, the one I called beauty, and the other I called bands, and fed the flock. 3 sheep also I cut off in 1 month, and my soul loathed them, and their soul also abhorred me. Then said I will not feed you. That dieth, let it die, and that is cut off, let it be cut off. Hey, oh, beautiful. Sounds like Jeremiah. And let the rest eat every one the flesh of another. You see, and that goes, that he speaks, cannibalism. Cannibalism will make its way back, because there's gonna be a famine out here, and there'll be shortage of food, which is no such thing as a shortage of food. You got resources. We got resources all around us. It's that these wicked elite, they hoard it to themselves, man, and they want the people to submit to them. That's why they're gonna bring in the new world order. See, that's why they're gonna bring in the digital age, man. You see. So it says, verse one more time. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. You see, and those who are found written in the book are the elect. All right. They're gonna be the ones who are found written in the book of life. You see. Now let's get that Matthew 24. This Matthew 24:21, it says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. Great tribulation is coming, man. All right, a great time of trouble is about to come upon this world, and these people don't know that. Because they don't care, right? They're too focused on Diddy, sports, all right, what's going on in just being worldly, man. They got the spirit of the world on them. They don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai like we do. We have the spirit of the Most High on us. Let's get that in 1 John real quick. All right, if I may. It's about to rain, man. I was gonna hold off. Give me one second, let me move somewhere. One second, we're gonna move somewhere else. Unless I don't know. I think I should move just in case. So we're gonna move up some. All right, be patient. Stay with me. We're gonna move up some. It's a good spot right here. All right. Nice and dry. Sorry, Slovakia. We'll get back into it. So we'll get back where we was, and I think it was Matthew. All right. So together. All right. Slovakia for that. We'll get back. So this is Matthew 24 and 21. It says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be." All right, and we seeing that, man. There's gonna be a great tribulation to come, a great time of trouble to come upon the whole world. All right, especially upon America, Babylon the Great, because we know the Lord is gonna take this place out by thermonuclear destruction. You know, we gonna see riots in the streets. We gonna be in the midst of it, man. You know, think of back to the movie Civil War. You know. Think of what's that other movie? The Road, and it's one with Denzel in it. The Book of Eli. You know, so we're gonna be living in those times, man. But it may be way worse than that. You see, then we see in the movies, it's gonna be probably way worse than that, man. You know, but we're gonna be living in it. We're gonna be really seeing these things play out on the earth. You know, but we hoping that ourselves are, kept safe from the Lord. Kept safe by the Lord. Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. See. So let's go over here real quick. Go into the Apocrypha. Let's get Second Esdras. All right. Because now we're in the times of, like the elder. I was watching the elder Apostle Har earlier. He says we're in the time of Second Esdras 15 and 16, man. We seeing the things play out in the world, right? It says Second Esdras 15. I'm gonna just straight to the point. Second Esdras chapter 15 and verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands." You see, one people going to fight up against another. It's going to be civil war. All right, people will see bloodshed, death. All right, people going to be invading one another for the want of food. I know y'all heard about this coming strike on the ports. Because they can't reach on an agreement, I believe. Right, the East Coast ports. They can't reach on an agreement. So they're going to go on a strike. If they go on a strike, that's going to back up a lot of things, man. Because the ports are important. You got your food that come in and other resources that come in through the ports, man. So if that happens, it could be, and it's not gonna be like 1 week, 2 week strike. No, this is gonna be for days, months, maybe. So I read it again. "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands." What's the modern day sword? Right? The modern day sword is these guns that they have. Right? That they gave these Americans, these Babylonians. "For there shall be sedition among men." We know sedition is an uprising against the government. All right? It says, "And invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." We see that, man. All right? We're going to see they're coming up against the government officials, your high, top-ranking officials. Your leaders, your governors, your mayors. All right, and those who sit in these high seats. All right, I read it again. "For there shall be sedition among men." All right, riots going on. This is all going to play out in America, and in Babylon the Great, man. We're going to really see this live and right in front of our face, man. Right? It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." Right? So they're going to have the power in that time. See? Verse 17, "A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able." Why? Because they're going to set up martial law. See that? Martial law is going to be implemented. They're going to have these troops roaming the streets. See? It says, "For because of this, I'm reading it again. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able." Like I said, martial law. You gotta have troops in the streets, right? It says, because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the house shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. You know, they're gonna set up these draconian laws. You know, which come from the word Draco, right? It says, I read verse 18: for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread, because of the famine, right? Because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation, man, for a great time of trouble. And we're about to see that play out in the world, right? Let's jump to chapter 16, verse 17. It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? And this is the prophet Ezra saying this, man, right? Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? This is the prophet Ezra saying these things, man. So we know that the prophet Ezra is back here doing, doing the work of the Lord, man. He's one of the elect, right? Because back then the prophets, they saw these visions, man. They would get sick from seeing these things, you know. Like Daniel, he'll get sick from seeing these different visions playing out, you know. They'll be crying and mourning, right? They wouldn't eat, they would fast, right? Because it was a terrible time to be in, man. So they're back here today, you know. They're gonna go through it, but they're gonna be protected by the Lord, man. You see, and we're hoping and praying that we are that number. We are those men that coming back, being righteous in the eyes of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, right? So I read it one more time. It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of famine, all right, a shortage of food, man, a shortage of water, and great death. We're going to see a great death play out in the world, all right? The beginning of wars, we're seeing these wars playing out, you know, Russia, Ukraine, Hezbollah and Israel, China, Taiwan, you know, these wars, the rumors of wars, right? And the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are set as scourges for amendment. You see, famine and plague, our tribulation and anguish are set as scourges. What's a scourge? It's like a whip for punishment. All right, and for amendment is what? Correction. So the Lord's doing this for what? Are set as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not be turned from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. It's to correct his people, man. Who are his people? His people are the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans. Those are the Lord's people, man. You see, but they won't listen to the Lord. You know, they want to go their own way. You see, it says that in the book of Ezekiel. Right, let's get that real quick. This is the book of Ezekiel. Salakia, give me 1 second. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 2 and verse 3, and it says, I'll turn this to me a little bit. All right, the book of Ezekiel, chapter 2 and verse 3, and he said unto me, son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me even unto this very day. For they are impudent children and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, thus said the Lord God. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there have been a prophet among them. And our people, our so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, they're going to know that prophets, all right, men of the Lord have been among them, man. You see, because they don't want to listen to the Lord's words, whether they hear or forbear. It don't matter to us, you know. But you'll know then that a prophet has been among you. You see? So let's go back to this. And the brother put a precept up. Amos 3:1. Hear this word, that the Lord Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. That's why Jacob's trouble is going to come. All right, because the Lord is only dealing with his people. Yeah, he's going to have trouble upon the other nations and stuff, but the Lord is really dealing with his people. That's why he's going to punish us. That's why Jacob's trouble is going to come. To purge out the 2/3, man. All right? And to bring trouble upon the world. Bring trouble upon these people. Right? So back in Ezra chapter 16 and verse 20. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Right? People be in a perplexed state of mind. You go into that in Luke 21 and 25. It says perplexity. You go into that word perplexity. It means confusion, man. To be in straits, to not know which way to turn. You know, that's what that means. To be without resources. Right? Behold, victuals, which is food, right? Victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. You know, peace and safety, right? Like right now. Well, things are high right now, but you know, it says, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So people gonna be dying from the sword, from famine. All right. These different plagues playing out on the earth, man. Right, brother, got it. Luke 21 and 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and the stars, and upon Salakia, and upon the earth distress of nations, where perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. Right, you're gonna see. There should be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars, man. You know, these different comets and, you know, the new moons and what they call it, eclipses. That's what we see. That's what we're seeing, man. Knowing that that's an indicator that the Lord is about to return, right? Put the whole precept up. Verse 26: men's hearts failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. Right? What's that cloud? The cloud is the chariot. All right, it's gonna be a great big chariot that the Lord Yahweh Shai is gonna be in. There's gonna be the angels with him also. You see? So going back to 2 16, the water for that precept. All right, and verse 22 again. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. So it'll be total desolation out here, total destruction in these cities, man. And especially America, Babylon the Great. We're gonna be seeing blood, death, bloodshed, famine, right? That's what's about to come to America, Babylon, and to you people, right? You'll be dying from hunger, dying from the sword. You can't go to Chick-fil-A no more. You can't go to Burger King. Can't go to CVS. Can't go to these restaurants. You're gonna be dying of starvation out here, man. And it's good. You need judgment. You need to be humbled down, because you people are proud in America, man. Right? You nations that's come over here, you proud too. You're not excluded from judgment. The Lord gonna get you to you so-called Arabs, Chinese, right? Africans, Esau. Y'all all gonna get judgment from the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. And we can't wait to see it, right? So I'm gonna jump down to verse this is gonna be verse 67. Second Ezra 16 and 67, it says, behold, the Most High himself is the judge. Fear him. Leave off from your sins and forget your iniquities, to meddle no more with them forever. So shall the Most High lead you forth and deliver you from all trouble. Right, the Lord's going to deliver you from all trouble, man. From the things that's happening, from the troublous times that are going to come. If you hearken unto the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? Verse 68, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you being idle with things offered unto idols. How you going to be idle? You're going to be idle by being in a FEMA camp. in a detention center, right? They're gonna try to make you take the mark of the beast, right? It says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach, and trodden under foot. For there shall be in every place, and in the next cities, a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. So we're gonna be persecuted, man. The elites, right? They're gonna bring down them troops. They're gonna send out them troops to come down on the men of the Lord, and you're gonna be persecuted, right? And a lot of these guys coming into Israel, coming into this truth, coming into this knowledge, they're playing around, man. They don't know what they're truly a part of. Like the elder Apostle Gabar says all the time, you Israelites don't know what you're truly a part of, man. You come in this thing to suffer. You come in this thing to, if you're a man, you come in this thing to teach the word of the Lord, if that's your lot. If you're a woman, you come here to be quiet and to listen, all right? Take notes and to do womanly things, man. Right now, coming here for entertainment. You're supposed to take notes, all right, and apply to our lives, all right? Because it goes for myself as well, man. I still take notes to this day. All right, I go over lessons, go over breakdowns again to implement, to get it into your mind, man, because you're gonna need these things in a time of trouble. You're gonna need to, go over, the things that happened to our forefathers, how Paul came over persecution, how Yahushua came over it, the prophet Elijah, right? Our forefathers, how they endured hard times. King David, we need, those stories are for our learning, man. Like it says in Romans. Matter of fact. This is Romans, I think it's 15. Yeah, in verse 4 it says, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope. You see? So they were written aforetime for our learning, man. We're supposed to learn from those stories, from those things that our forefathers did. King David, all right? The judges in Israel, in the book of Judges. Right, the prophet Samuel. All right, you go on and keep going, man. How they endured hardness, how they endured affliction. Yahushua, Paul, okay, the apostles in the book of Acts. Right, these are written for our learning, man, to apply to our life, and we're gonna need it in a time of trouble when Esau come down with great wrath. Right, let's read that. As y'all see, my Bible all types of messed up. So I got another one. All right. Got the big one out. So let's go to Revelation. All right. Oh, Revelation. 1 second. This is Revelation chapter. Let's get 12. Revelation 12:12, and it reads, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And he knows time is short, man. This devil knows, all right, that their time is short. Which that devil is who? All right, Esau and Edom, the so-called white man. Starting with the top, begging the elites. All right, they're in charge of the whole earth. All right, and the Lord gave them that power, man. They got it because through Isaac, if you can receive it, was Yahushua. He blessed them with that sword, man. And the Lord ultimately, he set them up to be rulers over the whole world. But they're going to be in a wicked rulership, not a righteous rulership. All right? Let's read that again. Revelation 12:12, and it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil, who's the devil? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Right? It's come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time, and the time is running out, man. Hey, shalom, Yahweh Shem Shabbat to you and your household. All right? But they know that time is short, man. They're being revealed. You see? Let's get that. All right. Let's get that's 1 Thessalonians. Give me 1 second. All right. New Bible. I'm gonna put this thing. Let's do this. This is the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, all right, and verse 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. All right, the man of sin. All right, the son of perdition is who? Esau, Edom, man. All right, and perdition means what? Destruction. Right? They're a destructive people. And it says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God. All right, or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. He want to sit in your temple, man. He has a God complex. You see, he wants to play the role of the Most High on the earth. That's why he wants to bring in that new world order, that digital age, right? To surveillance, to have the surveillance under the skin, the RFID see him, the microchip, right? It says, read it again, verse 4, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, and that is worshipped. So he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. He wants to sit in your temple, man. Your temple is what? Your body. We are the temple of the Heavenly Father. It tells you that in 1 Corinthians, I believe that's chapter 6. All right. No, 2 Corinthians. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 6. Yeah. 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 16, it says, and what agreement hath the temple of the Most High with idols? For ye are the temple of the living power. As the Most High have said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. So we are the spiritual temple. And Esau wants to sit in your temple by putting a microchip in you, man. You see? That's why they doing these the articles, brothers doing articles on. All right, UN pact for the future, things like that. You know, digital identification. You know, a digital society, cashless society. Cash gonna be obsolete in the coming days, man. You see? So what you Drakes out there on the corners, what you gonna do when that time comes? You're gonna go get we know what you're gonna do. You gonna walk down to Egypt and go get that microchip, man. You see? Since you wanna take the bag so much, why you gonna take your ass right into a microchip? You see? So let's go back over here. Matter of fact, I think it's something I learned out of this. So let's go. Oh yeah, let's go back to that Thessalonians. So 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, in verse 8, and it says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, who the Lord shall lock him. Little excited, let me slow down. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 8, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. By how he's doing that, the prophets, all right, the men of the Lord out in the highways and hedges preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. You see? So and that's why they're going to come down with great wrath, because they're being exposed. We know who the man of sin is, who the wicked are. You see? And we know that by that, we go to Job real quick. All right. This is Job chapter 9. All right. Real quick, Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right. We know who the wicked are. Esau, Edom. All right. The so-called white man. So, and it's not Japheth. All right. It's not the Arabs. Okay. They're not ruling the whole world, man. You don't see in Bible prophecy, Japheth is not mentioned. You don't see nowhere in biblical prophecy Japheth being rulers of the whole world. All right, changing the likeness of the Lord Yahweh Shai and covering the face of the judges thereof. You don't see the Arabs doing that. You don't see the Chinese doing that. You don't see Ham, all right, spraying chemtrails in the air. All right. Who do you see doing that in the forefront? You see, all right, so-called white men doing that, man. So-called white people, they're doing that. They go back and they go back to Esau, their forefather. All right. which is right now who are, the ones who are ruling right now are Amalek, the 48ers, the small hats. Okay? So Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the face of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And we know who he is. All right, he's Esau. All right, he's the so-called white man. And they try to hide this thing for they put all their money into this so nobody will wake up. So the Israelites wouldn't come back to who they are. But you failed because the Lord woke us up. The Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua put the spirit on us to come out week in and week out to chant down Babylon the Great and chant down the wickedness of this kingdom, man. You see? So going back, let's get all right. Let's go to Revelation 13. All right, give me 1 second. Well, let's read this first. Let's read Revelation 6, not 6, Revelation 2. All right, and verse 10, and it reads, Revelation 2:10, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. You see, it says, be thou faithful unto death, man. The devil shall cast some of you into prison. We know what these prisons are. The prisons are what? FEMA camps. All right, all out throughout the whole United States. All right, look up, go on Google, and look up the 10th part of the city, or look up the 10 FEMA regions. Yeah, that's a better one. Look up the 10 FEMA regions, right, and it'll show you that the United States broken up into 10 FEMA regions. All right, from the east coast all the way to the west coast, right, with FEMA camps. So it says, Revelation chapter 2 and verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Right? You got tribulation 10. We don't know how long you're gonna be in there, but you're gonna be going through it, man, for a certain amount of time. They may give you a certain amount of time to take the see him. You know, and it says, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. You know, you gotta be faithful, man, unto death. All right, you gotta hold fast. You gotta not bow the knee to this system, man. You see, let's get Revelation 3 and 10. It says, I'll give thee a crown of life. You see, so you gotta be, the Lord gonna get you. Either way, you know, if you facing death, if you facing a guillotine, because we know we're gonna be martyred for this word. If you facing that, all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. That's how we want to go out. Right? We'd rather go out, you know, by death, an honorable death, than, you know, bowing the knee to the system and being destroyed by nuclear destruction, man. No, we don't. I don't want that. You know, I'm pretty sure you brothers and sisters don't want that either. All right. So Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. All right. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. Woo! Let's read that again. Because thou has kept the word of my patience. This is written in red letter. All right, this is Yahushua's words. Okay, Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And like I said earlier, when we go to the word world, it's the Greek word oikomene. All right, which means the inhabited earth, which is talking about the whole world. So it's gonna be a global thing, man. That's why they want to bring in that new world order. All right, the NWO. All right, and they want you to submit to them. All right, and so they can bring in that see him. They're going between your hand, right, your index finger, and your thumb, or your forehead. All right, they want to bring in that mark of the beast. They want to surveillance you. They want to track and trace you. That carbon footprint, right? So look at Revelation 13. Excuse me. Matter of fact, let's do this real quick. No, let's get that action. We're gonna tie in with that. Revelation 13 and verse I'm gonna start at 11. Revelation 13 and 11, and it reads, And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. And he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. All right? Now what is it talking about? I'll just read it again. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. All right, another beast is coming. The John the Revelator, our forefather, John the Revelator, all right, sees another beast coming up out of the earth. And it says, and he had two horns like a lamb, and spake as a dragon. The two horns like a lamb is what? The two party systems. That goes back to the plebeians, and I believe the patricians. I think that's how you pronounce it. All right, it goes back to them, which nowadays is the Democrats and the Republicans. That's the two horns like a lamb. It said they speak as a dragon. So it's two horns like a lamb. A lamb is what? Meek, humble. All right, they speak these good words like Trump doing right now. He's standing up to the deep state. All right, people think he's the savior. He's really just he's a puppet. He's a puppet for them, man. He's he has a hand in his back. He's gonna forward their agenda, right? And it says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. This is America, all right? America is this beast, right? And it reads verse 12, and he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, which is the ancient Western Roman Empire. And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causes the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. All right, whose deadly wound was healed, man. They came back through the Renaissance. All right, with the Renaissance, the word Renaissance means rebirth. All right. Let these trucks go past. All right, so it reads again. And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And his deadly wound was healed by how? Coming back through the revival of the Renaissance. All right, so this is Rome all over again. All right, the image of the beast. All right, your sports, your malls, all right, your fast food, all of that is the image of the first beast, man, which is the Western Roman Empire, who was ran by Edomites. All right, so-called white men, right? Verse 13, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh the fire, Salakia, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. How does he do that? How does he do that? All right, read Isaiah 54:16. All right, the Lord allowed him to do that, man. The atomic bomb, these nuclear weapons, that's how they make fire come down from heaven, right? Verse 14, and he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth, and he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had did with Salaki. Woo, I'm a little excited, y'all. Salaki, forgive me. All right. Playing that loud ass, dumb ass music. So Revelation 13:14, and he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, said to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And you got Israelites saying that the image is Jesus Christ, Cesare Borgia. It's deeper than that. The image is the system. The image is what you see. All right. Like I said, the sports. All right. Bread and circuses. All right. Entertainment. The malls. The fast food. Literally, look at the back of your dollar bill. All right. Novus. I think it's Novus Ordo Seclorum. All right. That's Latin for a new order of the ages. All right. Why is it written in Latin? Why do you have before Washington D.C. was called Washington D.C., it was called Rome, Maryland. All right, and you can go look that up, man, for real, right? So the image is the system, you see, that they're going to implement. Verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the beast of Salakia, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast shall both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And that's talking about, you know, those of us who are chatting down, who are speaking against the New World Order, man, right? Who are coming against their plans, who are chatting down this kingdom, man. You see? Let's get this real quick. Let's read Jeremiah 28 and 8. Jeremiah 28 and 8, and it reads, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. Right? Read it one more time, and it says, the prophets that have been before me, even before thee of old, prophesied against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. That's what we're doing right now, man. We're prophesying against this great kingdom, the Roman Empire, all over again, right, in this modern world. All right, we're chatting down Babylon the Great, all right, and prophesying against this place, man. See? Let's go back. All right. To Revelation 13 and 16 and 15. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and 15 again. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast shall both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. When you go to that word kill, all right, you go to the root word, it means to separate. So you're gonna be separated from this society. You can't, you know, you're not gonna be in society, if that makes sense. You know, you're gonna be separated, right? You're gonna be an outcast. It says, verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. What's this mark? That mark is a charagma. All right, the mark of the beast, the RFID chip, which stands for radio frequency identification. See? Let's read it again. And it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, a charagma, in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. All right? So without it, you can't buy and sell, man. All right? This is what they want to push. This is what they're coming to. This is the hour of temptation that's coming. And we're telling people about it, but they won't hear it. You got Israelites playing around with this exact prophecy, man. This is a major prophecy about to come to pass, man. All right, and we see it. All right, digital IDs. All right, digital wallet, digital money. Everything's gonna be it's gonna be a digital world. They want to create a whole new world, man. All right, they want to do away with what the Most High created, and they want to play the Most High on the earth. You see, they want to sit in your temple. They want to play the role of the Most High, man. Right? And how about Shemiyam Shabbat Katham to your household, brother? All right, you're my Kazak. All right, good to see you. All right. That's what they want to do. They want to play the role of the Heavenly Father on the earth, man. They want to do it. They want to do away with the Lord's creation and make you into a cyborg, a robot, transhumanism, right? Revelation 13 and 16 again. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma, a mark, in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. All right, and going to it is child-sized stigma. What's the word? Stigma means what? A mark pricked or cut into the body, man. So it's showing you that it's physical. When you go to the word charagma, it means a stamp or imprint and mark, showing you it's physical. You got Israelites out here saying it's spiritual, is sin, because they want to go to different precepts, you want to call them, right? Let these trucks go by. they go to these different precepts that got the word mark in it, but they don't go into the context of it. Right, like Ezekiel 9:4, that mark is not the mark in Revelation 13:16. That mark is a spiritual mark. It's a mark exemption from judgment. Right? Brother got a precept, Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought, it says, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own name. You see, like America's named after Amerigo Vespucci. All right, Edomite. Job 5:12. He disappointed the device of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. And the Lord, you know, He's going to allow them to do it, but He's going to disappoint them as well, because He's going to, you know, let them think that they're going to they're going to. Look at Job 20. Let's get that real quick. This is Job chapter 20 and verse I'm sorry, 19. Job 20:19, it says, because he hath oppressed and forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which is he. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, read that again. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When you go into that word wicked, it's talking about the working class. All right, the workmen. You see, they're going to come up against this devil. Right? When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. What's that talking about? Nuclear missiles, man. So let's read that again. Salakia, verse 23. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast a fury of wrath upon him. He's going to rain on his parade. Literally, man. When you think he's all said and done, when he has his enterprise, when he has his kingdom set up, right? He gonna, hey, we did it. But the Lord's gonna rain on his parade, man. All right, let's read it. It says, when he's about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. The bow of steel. What's that bow of steel? The ICBM missiles, man. Nuclear warheads. Those are the bows of steel that's going to strike this devil through, man. You see? So let's go back. All right. To Revelation 13. Revelation 13:16, one more time. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or on their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And like we read before, they're going to use different tactics to make you try to make you take that mark, man. They're going to try to use famine. They're going to try to use hoarding all the goods, right? They're using these different false flag events, Black Swan events. We're in that time, man. We're in that time for Black Swan and false flag events. We're in a time of presidents getting shot at. All right, we're in a time of riots and bloodshed. Let's get Revelation 6. Revelation chapter 6 and verse verse 5. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse. And he sat And he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see, thou hurt not the oil and the wine. You see, so people gonna be, you'll be have your daily wages are not gonna suffice you for food, man. Because what? Inflation. Inflation's gonna go up. The prices of food is gonna skyrocket. You know, you're gonna pay like what? $30 for a gallon of milk, probably even more than that. $300 for a turkey. You want to celebrate Thanksgiving, right? You know, you want to celebrate Christmas and all those. You want to pay a lot for to come out your pocket, man. You see? And they're gonna and the only way to fix that is what? They're gonna bring in this digital, all right, money, and everything gonna be on the chip, man, right? Your medical records, your medical records, your keys, your ID, your wallet, your money, all that's gonna be on the chip, right? So when you go to the grocery store, all you gotta do is swipe your hand and pay. You see, they're gonna say it's convenient for you, but that's a lying wonder, man. That's how they're gonna deceive you. And we're out here to tell you not to take it, because if you take it, what's gonna happen to you? Let's get it. It's Revelation, all right, chapter 14 and verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So you take that mark, you're gonna be destroyed, man. You're gonna be burned up by fire. You see, and you don't want that. All right, you're gonna be burned up by fire, man. You'll be tortured with fire and brimstone. Those nuclear missiles will come down, and you're gonna be you're gonna perish, man. You see, let's get Revelation 16, right? Revelation 16 and 1, and it reads, and I heard a great voice out of the temples, out of the temple, saying to the 7 angels, go your ways, and pour out the vials of the wrath of the Most High upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his vial upon earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image. How you gonna get that sword, man? You get that sword by taking his mark, by taking that chip. You gonna get a boy, you gonna get sword on your hand, man. All right, you gonna tell that word grievous, or I think it's grievous, or it's either grievous or noisome, which goes into in a physical sense a diseased, or it's either diseased, or it's like a disease or blind, one of those. So it's a physical, man. All right. This is not a spiritual mark. This is not sin in all its forms. This is not the so-called white man. It's not the image of Jesus. It's not Christianity. It's not sleeping with white women. No, the mark of the beast is the RFID chip, man. If you take that chip, you will be destroyed. Point blank, period. All right. We should maybe going back and forth. All right. That's how we know we're not in a new covenant yet. All right. We're not in a new covenant yet because the mark of the beast didn't come to pass yet. How are we in a new covenant and you still under the curses, right? You still calling on JC, you know? So it's a lot of things that shows you that we're not in a new covenant, which is a stupid argument. All right. So if we were in a new covenant, like the brother we last week said, if we were in a new covenant, you wouldn't have to tell me that we're in a new covenant. We would know already. You see? So these are the judgments that's going to come if you take the mark of the beast, man. And we're out here to tell you to not take it. Because if you take it, what? You're going to be destroyed. All right? Let's go back to that. Let's go back to that 2 Thessalonians. All right? To show you. Matter of fact, let's get 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. And it reads, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, there's that peace and safety, right? Let's read that again. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon the woman with child, and they shall not escape. You see, so peace, that's what they're gonna bring. They're gonna bring that peace and safety. Why? Because you see all these, these cyber attacks, all right, these mass shootings, right? That's what they're gonna use to bring in the mark of the beast, that new world order, man. To bring in that digital age, so they can have surveillance, so they can track and trace what you buy, what you're doing, where you at, right? Because they want to play the God on the earth, man. But ye brethren, verse 4, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief. Well, the Lord has awakened us, man. We're spiritually awakened. All right, we know what's going on. These people out here, they don't know what's going on. You have a few that do, but the masses are distracted by Diddy, by bread and syrup, by football and basketball. We watch some of those things, but we're not, how you want to say, we're not fully involved in it. We're not putting our whole energy into that. Our energy is into our woman. All right, this is our woman right here, man. Our first love, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's what we're putting our energy into. But ye brother are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. We're watching we're watching it and being sober. We're being watchmen. For they that sleep in the night, and they that are drunken, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for a helmet of the hope of salvation. For the Most High hath not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, man. So the Lord has awakened us, man, to attain salvation by Yahweh Shai. You see? So let's go back to that 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, and we're going to read through. I'm going to start at verse 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come as a Salaki. Excited, man. Let me slow down. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come and fall away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. You see? So he want to show himself that he is the Most High, man. All right? By playing the Most High on earth, by having surveillance on you. You see? Verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let, which is the Most High, until he be taken out of the way. And those who be taken out of the way is Esau, right? And then shall that wicked be revealed, which they be revealed right now, man, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan. You see that they're the devil, man, right? And Satan means what? Satanas in the Hebrew is a what? Adversary, right? What you going to? It's a Satan-like man. You see? So even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, right? With all power and signs and lying wonders. What's that lying wonder? All right, with the with the Neuralink, which Elon Musk is doing, you could see again. You can hear. You can walk. Right. Those are those lying wonders, man. Right. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they received not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. You see? So they're going to come with these miracles, these lying wonders, right? Because we're gonna start off slow. They're gonna, the digital ID is gonna come. They're gonna implement that, right? This is gonna get to a point where, the market of beast is gonna be implemented, man. You see, and then they're gonna use they've been used because right now they're using dogs and cats because they get lost. You can trace them. Then they're gonna try to use your children. They're gonna don't be surprised that they bring commercials out speaking on, hey, if your children, if you ever lost your child in a store or lost them outside, put a chip in them. Then that way you can track them. They're gonna have some type of app where you can track your child, track your daughter or your son, right? So they're gonna use that. They're gonna use the gradualism, man. You see? So this is a true devil right here, man. Hey, there's not no ordinary old white people. No, this isn't. They're wiser than Daniel. You see? So these are not just ordinary Edomites. All right, with your low levels, they're on they're Edomites too, but we're not worried about them. We're worried about the top ranking, the top elites, the banking families, man. These are some wicked people that's in the earth, man. And they got to be taken down. You see? That's why we're chatting down American Babylon the Great continually, week in and week out. So now let's get Let's give me 1 second. I'm trying to find it. I had something else. Give me 1 second. Oh, no, that's not it. Yeah. Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 14, and it reads, "Wherefore he saith, Awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Yahushua shall give thee light. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil." And we're living in evil times right now, man. All right, we're seeing it. We're seeing the mass shootings. All right, we're seeing people looting the stores, which is Jake. All right, we're seeing assassination. Don't be surprised that this is an election year, right? So don't be surprised at a Black Swan event or a false flag, man, that could play out. You see, this is the times that we're in, man. You see, let's read it again. "Wherefore he saith, Awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Yahushua shall give thee light. See then that you walk circumspectly." What does circumspectly mean? Circum means around, spec means to look. All right, so we're looking out to the world and see what's going on, man. All right, we're looking at our surroundings. All right, being vigilant. "See that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise." Right, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. We're redeeming the times, man, because the days are evil. We're living in some evil times, some wicked evil times, man. Let's get Matthew. All right. This is Matthew 24. And verse, where's it at? 12, and it says, "And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold." See, the iniquity is going to increase. What's iniquity? Sin, wickedness. It's going to abound, man. It's going to increase as we go forth. All right, the love of many shall wax cold. People are going to start going psycho, losing their minds, man. All right, and another thing with these ports, your medications come through those ports, man. All right, so a lot of people who are on their meds, you got a lot of sick people who got to take that. They're gonna, those who gotta use those meds to keep them, sane, keep them emotions down. They're gonna go crazy out here. They're gonna be in the streets rioting or killing people, right? Oh, I was watching that movie last night, the Manchurian Candidate, and featuring Denzel Washington. That goes into the market. Well, it doesn't go to the market of beast, but they show you the RFID chip, man. He was a war veteran, and he said he was having these dreams, but he was brainwashed, and that goes into what? MK Ultra, man. You see? I'm gonna watch it again. Hey, that was a good movie. it was very, very, very good. You know, to get the spiritual aspects of it. But that goes into what? When you brainwash, they brainwashed him. Him and his you know, his war buddies. They got brainwashed into thinking that one of them, you know, was a hero. You know, but the reality was they were experiments for this scientist who was from South Africa that the CIA brought in. You know, so hey, these are some wicked people, man. They really do this stuff behind closed doors. You know, MK Ultra. All right, another one was you know, what was another one? What was that? It was an experiment, like a sleep experiment. I forgot what it's called. You know, but they do these different things, so you know, to work on the minds, work on the body. All right, and they do this type of stuff. They use MK Ultra for, like, you know, espionage and carry out hits. You know, so these are some wicked people, man. They do this stuff. They put you on drugs, LSD, right now. But in the movie, they showed a grain of rice in his hand. You see, and he said Denzel had it, and his the guy who was running for president, he had it in their back. You see, and he said you can scan it as a barcode for medical information. So showing you that this is a physical thing, man. So all you Israelites out there saying that is spiritual or sin, when it's made mandatory, you got a lot of explaining to do, man. You got to explain to your congregation, you know, what this thing is, because you've been lying to them. You know, you've been lying to these people, right? Give me a second, you know, windy out here. I gotta give me a whole new sign, man. It's lucky. So let's go back. Yeah, Matthew 24 verse 12 again. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So people gonna start going crazy out here, man. That's what these elites want. For people to start taking to the streets of rioting, killing each other, right? Civil war. Let's get that. Let's get Isaiah 19. All right. You know about the Hebrew Israelites? No. Well, we Hebrew Israelites. All right. We come from the seed of Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel. We come from these men that you see on a chart. From Judah. Judah is the so-called Negroes, all the way down to Issachar. We are the true people of the Most High. All right, and we're out here to tell our people to repent and turn to the Lord before the great day of Yahweh Shai. That's the name of the world called Jesus Christ returns. There's about to be a time of trouble coming upon the earth called Jacob's trouble, where the Lord is going to bring it's going to be all hell out in these streets, man. All right, there's going to be riots, you know, civil war. All right, appreciate that. Riots, civil war, and ultimately it's going to lead to the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. All right, in Revelation 13 and 16, right? I just read it. I'll read it again real quick. Revelation 13 and 16. Because this is a major prophecy that's going to come to pass. We're telling our people to avoid that. You got a lot of Israelites groups out here who are telling their people that's something different. Right? So this is Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. That mark in the Greek is the word charagma. All right, it's a stamp or imprinted mark showing you that it's physical. Right? So I'll read it again. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. And that mark is the chip. All right, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Right? Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. And without the mark, you can't buy or sell. Yep. Without it, you can't buy or sell. And we are telling you, you shouldn't take it anyway. You know, you should rely on the Lord, whose name is Yahweh. All right, that's his name. Not God, not Yahweh, not Yahuwah. All right, not Jehovah, not Ahia. All right, it's Yahweh. Yah meaning he, how he is. Yahweh Shai, that's the name of the only begotten Son. All right, not Jesus. All right, not what else they call him? Yehoshua. All right, it's Yahweh Shai. Yah meaning he, Yahweh Shai, deliverer. He's going to deliver his people from this cesspool, from this hellhole. All right, that's what we're here. That's what we're out here telling our people. All right, telling them the prophecies and all things that's going to come to pass. Because it's about to get real out here, man. All right, so that's some information that I gave to you. All right. All right, take care of yourself. All right. Yep. All right. Repent before it's too late.
Yeah.
So going back. All right. We're gonna close it up soon. I'm gonna get a few more. Oh. Get a few more. What I call for? I forgot. Let's get something. Let's get Isaiah. All right, it's Isaiah. Isaiah 33 and verse 6, and it says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure." See, so wisdom and knowledge are gonna keep the wisdom and the knowledge of these scriptures is what's gonna keep us stable, man. We're not gonna bug out like everybody else in the world. When they don't have that hedge of protection. All right, when these things start to come to pass, hey, we're gonna be protected. Lord willing, we have that number, man. You see. So we're gonna have the knowledge and the wisdom of the Yahweh Shem Shah. While these other people are gonna be suffering, they're gonna be dying from famine. All right, gonna be dying from the sword, dying from Esau, be putting in FEMA camps. It's gonna be hell, man. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun times, man. All right, and we see it, and we believe it through the Spirit that the Lord's gonna take care of us. Let's get Isaiah 55. This is Isaiah 55 and verse 6. "Seek ye the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near." You see, you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, and those who are scattered abroad, they look like the other nations are in fact that are in fact Israelites. You better seek the Lord while he may be found, man. There's gonna come a time where, the Lord's gonna withdraw his spirit. It's gonna bring straight judgment. All right, these words are not. We're not gonna be out here forever, man. The famine of the words is gonna come. As you see, brothers are having trouble with going live. If you didn't notice, all right, brothers. I know the brother in New York, Amawan Gabar, Elder Yashawamba. Who else? There's other brothers. Other brothers are having trouble to go live, man. You see, so Esau is about to come down with a great wrath. What the fuck you looking at, nigga? Jake got dreads down his back like a woman looking at me crazy. Man, get your feminine ass on. Let's actually get that. Let's get Amos. All right. Amos 8 and 11, it says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. In that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst." You see, so it's gonna come a time where the words of the Lord, you going on YouTube, it's gonna be no more. You're gonna have a digital ID to get on YouTube, a digital ID to get on the internet, to access the internet. That's another thing. They want to get rid of. They say what they say. What's that term? Misinformation. All right, they want to do away with misinformation. What else? Man, it's another one. It's misinformation. I forgot what it's called, but that's what they want to. That's what they're targeting. Man, I forgot the term. Oh my gosh! But I know they want to do it. Misinformation, man. False narratives. You see, that's what, and that's gonna, take away the internet. So that's gonna be through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, through the famine of the word. We're not gonna be out here preaching the word of the Lord forever. We're not gonna be on YouTube making videos forever. All right, this is gonna come to an end when the Lord is ready to bring it to an end. But until then, we will continue to come out here, preach the word of the Lord to you brothers and sisters out here to hopefully elect, and praying ourselves, is of that number, man. You see, so I'm gonna get one more. Let's get Ezekiel. This is Ezekiel 7 and 25. And it reads, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priests, and the counsel from the ancients. The king shall mourn, and the prince shall be clothed with desolation, and the hands of the people of the land shall be troubled. I will do unto them after their way, and according to their deserts will I judge them, and they shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. You see, so it's gonna come a time where you're gonna have the access to the prophets, access to these words of the Lord, right? It's gonna be hidden from you people, but the men of the Lord who've been in this word week in and week out, they're gonna have it. Let's get Isaiah 8 and 20. What is it? 16. This is Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 16. It says, bind up the testimony, seal the law among my disciples. You see, bind up the testimony, seal the law among my disciples, man. Only the Lord's servants, the Lord's disciples, going to have these words, you know. And you can't forget World War III is around the corner, you know. So we're going to come into that very soon. You know, we see in Russia, Ukraine, China, Taiwan, Hezbollah, and Israel. That, you know, it's all going to lead up to World War III, man. To the Valley of Jehoshaphat, or Yahushaphat, which is the Lord's judgment, man. You see, so all this is going to come to pass very soon. And you Israelites better repent before it's too late. You know, you don't have too much time, man. You know, so that's all I have for right. You know, Lord willing, this was an edifying, lesson to you brothers and sisters out there. But you know, we're in that time, man. The hour of temptation, which is the mark of the beast, the RFID chip, is about to come to pass. And if you don't believe it, hey, that's on you, man. You know, so Lord's willingness was edifying. I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Quadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone that teach and rule well, and that still labor in this truth. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. Lord's willingness was edifying. So next video I'm gonna say, Shalom, Kwame Sharala, Wa Abba Babal. Shalom.